Whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Are you okay? What's happening?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I just having some of the Jewish voodoo right there for a second. But it's better now. I'm okay.
The Jewish voodoo? I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
Jewish voodoo. That thing, the feeling that you get when you've been somewhere before and you've done that thing before, but you feel like you've been there before, but you just get that feeling.
Yeah,
like you've lived through that moment in time before,
right?
And you're re-experiencing it. I just had that for just a second there,
like deja vu.
No, that's not it.
Looks like line one's ready to go. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Chief?
Some months ago, I mounted a compass, so with tape, so it wouldn't move.
You mean like a directional compass?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I've been watching it, and it would dither back and forth. I had placed it at true north, so it was pretty well set at 20 degrees. And I would watch it on a daily basis, and it would kind of dither, down to 17 degrees, 25 degrees.
Sure.
But it had jumped to 30 degrees.
So it just jumped up all by itself then?
Yeah.
Like 20 degrees, you said?
From 20 to 30.
Oh, okay.
And then...
But how high did it go when it was at its highest?
It went all the way up to 30.
Oh, it went up to what?
30.
Oh, that's weird.
It jumped up to 30, and so far it stayed there. It has not gone back down.
Oh, so it only jumped up.
When it jumped from 20 to 30.
Yeah, that's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, only up. Has it ever gone down at any point?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
It went down to 20.
Yeah.
And dithered like 23, 24, and then back down to 20.
Okay, so it's all over the place, you say.
Down to 17 degrees.
Yeah.
It's dithering. It's dithering.
20 degrees.
Okay, but the largest jump would have been something like...
From 20 to 30.
Yeah, I know, but how high did it go?
It jumped to 30 degrees.
Not to 30.
So that's like 30 then.
Yeah, it went all the way up to 30.
What would cause something like that to happen? I mean, when you consider the fact that it was taped down, it just doesn't...
It appears to me that the magnetic field of the magnetic poles of the Earth is obviously shifting. People are freaking out.
People are freaking out because of some sort of magnetic anomaly, you're saying?
Well, it certainly appears that way.
I haven't personally noticed any abnormal behavior around me. Roger, have you noticed anybody acting squirrely lately?
Mean people?
Yeah, people. Have you noticed people freaking out?
I can't really. Nothing jumps.
Huh?
Nothing jumps to jump. Well, when I was at the market last week, I went down the cracker aisle, and the strangest thing, they were plumb out of Triscuits. No Triscuits. They had.
So you freaked out when you didn't get your Triscuits?
No. I didn't.
I don't understand.
I didn't freak out. I just what happened is they had the Ritz crackers, they had your Sociables, they had Wheat Thins, but all the places where they
Did they have chicken in a biscuit?
Yeah, they had chicken in a biscuit.
Those are great. I love those.
Yeah, very little rich for me, but they're very tasty.
It's good.
It's buttery. They're buttery, but the places on the shelf where they put the Triscuits were all empty except for the cracked pepper and herb. They still had a few of those. Those aren't really all that good, but all the other varieties were gone. Would that be an example of people freaking out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, help me out. What have you seen that you consider to be freaking out? Give me an example.
Well, I haven't been watching a great deal of people. I live quite out in the way, out in the boonies.
Oh.
So I have time to think about things.
Right.
But
so your compass is all cattywampus, and based on that and that fact alone, you think you think that people are freaking out.
Certainly appears that way. I just thought that was kind of perhaps not a coincidence.
All right. So you taped this compass down. Was it near like a hi-fi set or a TV or an arc welder or a Jacob's ladder, waffle iron, anything like that nearby?
Yeah.
Well, that might explain the readings that you're getting then. Because that stuff emits EMF. That's electromagnetic field.
I know how magnetic fields will affect people's minds and physical bodies.
Yeah. But what I mean is that it sometimes the EMF can cause things to malfunction.
People are freaking out.
No. I'm talking about your compass.
When it jumped from 20 to 30?
Oh, yeah. EMF can make things go all crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
People
are freaking out.
No. What I mean is, what I'm saying is that EMF, electromagnetic fields are generated when you've got a high current going through an electrical device or an electrical appliance, and sometimes some of that energy will be dissipated in the form of magnetic energy around the device.
So even something as simple as, like, say, a waffle iron, which is just sitting there.
Yeah.
Making waffles, that will shoot off these electromagnetic rays.
Oh yeah, sure, it's definitely possible.
And will make a compass go crazy.
Yeah, anything that's electric has the potential to create an EMF field, and that might squirrel with the compass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you understand why your compass isn't working then?
So it was people freaking out.
No. You thought that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to suggest here is that you take your compass into a technician and maybe have it recalibrated, because I think your compass is broken, and that's what the problem is. You need to have that fixed.
That's probably the best plan there.
That's my go-to when I don't really know.
Yeah. It just seems so.
I don't like to admit that, but you know.
Well, I mean, if you're not there to really see what's happening, it's tough to.
There may be extraneous circumstances that I may not be aware of, because the one thing I found is that callers don't always tell you the whole story.
They leave out.
I mean, they may talk about some kind of smell that's going on.
Stuff.
And they say, hey, I've looked all over. I can't find the smell. And you say, well, you know, have you checked here? Have you checked there? And they always say, oh, yeah, I checked everywhere. But then you find out they got like a dead cat underneath the ottoman. You know, they're always leaving out details.
Yeah.
Critical details.
Yeah, that's and so in this particular case, you just send them straight to the. I'm still I can't wrap my brain about the idea that, you know, something as harmless and simple as a waffle iron is sitting there making waffles, and it's making compasses spin around, and it's making people feel all different and strange and stuff.
It depends, though. I mean, is it an electric waffle iron, Roger, that you're talking about? Because it matters.
Well, yeah. I mean, do they make gas waffle irons? They just make the.
If it's anything electric waffle irons are gonna have the potential for causing an EMF fluctuation in the general vicinity of it.
And that's gonna affect how a person feels and acts.
Sure, of course. Especially if they're all full of waffles, Roger. Nothing affects me more dramatically than a big belly filled with waffles, fresh made, crispy on the outside, warm and steamy on the inside.
Kind of tender.
Yeah, I love it.
A little tender chew.
I eat my fill, and then I eat a few more. Then I just kind of lounge around, all logy. Yeah.
You get a lot of. I've seen you can put a lot of waffles down. You can put a lot.
I don't like to brag, you know, but yeah.
Even like in your mouth at one time, I've seen you. That one time, I mean, I'm talking about that one time where I forget who, but the fella said you couldn't put a whole box of Eggos in your mouth at once.
You know, so you don't know what this means then, right? You don't know. That means move on. That's it. When I do this, that means stop talking about that thing and move on to the next thing. Because I don't want to. No,
you don't want to. You want to bring up that story.
Should I do it? I'll do it above my head.
No, you don't. I'll do
it like this.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear. That was the same day that you had to wear the army boots.
Okay, don't make me dislocate my shoulder. Because
Speedo. Why were you wearing a Speedo that day?
I don't recall.
A guy on my side has something about the EMF thing.
What do you know? Mondo says we've got a fellow on the line that wants to join in the EMF discussion.
Great. Let's do that then.
Hey, hello.
Good morning. I had to phone in when I heard speaking of the electromagnetic frequency. EMF thing is electromagnetic frequency, in my mind, is the key to the theory of everything.
Yeah.
These are the basic building blocks of the universe. And the basic, the more simple particles would be vision, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. And the more complex particles would be things such as, these extra sensory things and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to explain the theory of everything, but the scientists are going with the string theory now.
Everything.
The problem I have with the string theory that it doesn't explain vision, hearing, smell, or demons.
Well, what we got here is
Now,
you're trying to explain
to the experiments that you've done here would lead me to think. I mean, trying to explain a theory of everything, but if you want to have a theory that explains everything, you've got to explain simple particles or demons.
Right.
Well, his compass is broken. And what you're talking about sounds to me like it's a little bit larger in scope than we generally handle on the show.
I've been trying to discuss this with my family and friends, and it's tough to articulate what I'm actually thinking, so maybe you can help me out here.
Well, yeah, I mean, for starters, you can start by saying it right. It's not frequency, it's electromagnetic field.
The electromagnetic frequency thing is the basic building blocks of the universe.
Field.
Okay.
Everything.
I'll tell you what. What we can do is, Roger, put him on hold.
Okay.
And what we'll do, caller, is we'll put you on hold, and we just won't come back to that call. We'll just kind of let him sit there until he gets bored and hangs up.
We should maybe just take a second to discourage people from trying to come up with theories about everything.
It seems like an awfully broad topic.
Some sort of single theory to describe everything seems...
There's not one thing that describes everything.
Unlikely.
I mean, on one side, you got bananas, and like maybe somewhere in the middle, you've got those tricycle motorcycles, and then you've got Eric Estrada on the other side. And you're trying to come up with a single theory that explains all those things, bananas, tricycle motorcycles, and Eric Estrada. And there's no one theory that will encompass all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
No pun intended. Encompass.
What?
There's no one theory to encompass this.
Are you making fun of what I said? I don't understand.
It's just a...
It's a word I used.
We'll just take this in a different direction.
Well, aren't you you're just a little giggle box this morning, aren't you? Look at you. You're a happy boy all over there in your new Christmas sweater. It's a little early for that, don't you think? A little early.
You still have that Speedo? You still use it? Swimming?
I'll do it with the other hand, like this. That also means move on. Alternately, this and this means move on. I could do it with my finger if you'd like. Will that get the point across?
I think you should just drop it, Roger.
Okay.
Yeah.
60-second stereo radio spot, model compatible with music bed. Released on June 9th, 2000.
Transform to look your home with a new garage door. Our supplier just shipped us truckloads of inventory, and we're offering our doors at blowout prices. For a limited time, I'll take off an additional $175, and doors start as low as $3.99. I'll even include your installation free, absolutely free, bottom seal free, and I'll even pay your sales tax. We must move these doors before the year's end. Truckloads of inventory. And if you're one of the next 10 callers, I'll also include our German-engineered stainless steel Qui-Glide package, which will drastically reduce the noise and vibration of your door. Normally $199, now the next 10 callers absolutely free. 1-800 pay your sales tax. $3.99. To improve the curb appeal and value of your home, a garage door is the least expensive way. We're offering our doors at blowout prices, absolutely free. Transform the look your home.com. $175 as low as $3.99. I'll even pay your sales tax.
I did it again.
You lost the keys in the car?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's okay, sir. We can get these doors open.
Thank you.
Yeah.
AskMrBiggs.com is the email. No, AskMrBiggs.com is the website.
That's the website you go to. That's not email, Roger. You don't know the difference between a web and an email. Now that's funny.
I just misspoke. That's all I know. 2 G's in Biggs. And then if you want to email us, it's bigscast.
Gmail.com.
And again, 2 G's.
Two G's in Biggs and only 1 G in Gmail. Because if you put more than one in, it does not get to the right place. In fact, will not work.
It'll get probably returned to them right away.
Yeah.
From the mailer demon. And then
get with the demons.
Yeah, it seems like there's lots of demon talk today.
I can't explain it.
Well, you don't want to explain everything. And also, if you want to become friends with us on Facebook, you can find us on Facebook under Ask Mr. Biggs.
Give us a poke. Poke us.
We love getting pokes.
Oh, I love it.
It's great.
Sometimes I'll just poke people and then poke them again.
It's fun.
I call it the follow-up poke.
It's good. It's fun. I mean, Facebook's fun. Poking. No, we got another call on lined up, and somebody's. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. Hello.
I almost hung up because I thought I had the wrong number. I got through.
It's Muriel, everyone.
Hallelujah.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, fine. How you doing?
I can't complain. So, what you been up to over there?
Well, I've been trying to get a hold of you ever since you started.
Sometimes it's hard to get through. It's a popular show.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking for somebody to come and mow the lawn. Okay, as soon as possible.
It's getting bad, huh?
Oh, you can't even see the road.
That's a fire hazard.
Oh, boy.
No.
Sure it is. Ralph the other day had the Department of Yard and Maintenance stop by his place, and they were all up in his stuff about. They've got some new ordinance about how the average blade height in your lawn cannot. The average blade height cannot exceed. I think it's half the distance between your heel and your knee.
In the back of your knee.
Yeah, the back of your knee.
The heel to the back of your knee.
It's not that high.
Well, I mean, the point is that you want to stop it before it gets that high.
I know.
She knows.
Oh, so wait, what you're saying is that it's not that bad, but you still need your lawn mowed, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll call you after the show. Armando's going to get your number.
434-0072.
Right there. Get it? Did you get it?
And please show up because we've had so many people say we'll be here. They never show up.
Listen, Muriel. That was one time.
Snap.
You know me. I love to mow.
Yeah, I guess.
What do they call you down at the lodge?
Oh, yeah, they call me Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
With a capital M.
Yeah. You know, Muriel, people that you trust sometimes will make mistakes and let you down. But if they're really your friend, you don't hold it against them forever. At some point in time, you're going to have to move on.
Yeah, but if it's somebody that's doing it just to be nasty, they're going to say, okay, I'll be there, I promise. They'll make a definite commitment because that's happened before.
Muriel, it was 13 years I've been mowing your lawn, and I didn't show up once.
Right.
Every other time I have been there.
You're right.
So I'll come over at noon on Wednesday. 12:30 at the latest.
Get over here by 11.
Muriel, come on. I'm a busy guy. I got things I got to do.
When we had those tomatoes, we didn't have any problem with somebody getting here when they said they'd get here.
Oh, that's my weakness.
I know.
Homegrown aromas are the best.
I know.
I love them.
But, and thinking about this day and age when I got gas yesterday, and one of the pumps, it was already up to $3.27.
Oh, sure. It's creeping up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Are you saying you want me to bring gas?
Right.
All right. Okay, listen, Muriel. I got to go.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Hallelujah.
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 Yeah, hallelujah. Thanks for calling. Man.
You wouldn't You wouldn't, say you were going to be there and then not show
No,
up.
well, not intentionally.
No,
It was like 7 or 8 years ago. One time, my nephew Cody broke his ankle, and I had to take him to the hospital over there at County, and I couldn't make my appointment that one day.
To mow the lawn. You were not Mr.
I was not able to. Well, I still retain the title of Mr. Mow. I mean, I don't think missing it one week is really counting as not doing it.
No,
that's just not doing it 1 week. It's not doing it.
That was that's extenuating circumstances. That's an understandable. You'd think she'd be willing to, let that one go.
I'm glad you see it my way, Roger. Maybe you can talk to Muriel about it. A bitter old biddy. She's a bitter old hag.
Maybe I'll have to come over there with you.
Spinster with a lot of cats.
Well, you're mowing the lawn.
Remember that thing I said about the ottoman? Remember that?
Yeah.
Muriel, take a hint, honey. Something's ripe, and it's not the homegrown Roma tomatoes.
Well, Miriam and I will catch up, and I'll try to talk her off that.
Call off the hounds, honey.
Ton orchestre, qu'il est chouette.
Important message from world-famous wrestler John Bradshaw Layfield.
Who loves onions?
We'll make you feel good.
Whiz bangs.
You'll have a great time.
On the corner of Phillips and Mountain, downtown.
Let our magic work on you. A place to play each and every day.
Yeah. Whiz bang.
The hot place to be.
Where the fun never ends and the party's never ending. Whiz bangs.
The hot place to be.
Lunchtime special. 2-for-1 grilled onion sandwiches. Farm fresh onions chopped and grilled to a perfect dark golden brown and 100% pure vegetable shortening. And pile high on your choice of white, wheat, or rye bread. Yeah, we'll even throw in a free dinner mint.
The hot place to be.
As my mother used to say, why have just one onion sandwich when you can have two?
The hot place to be.
Whiz bang! Where the fun never ends and the party's never ending.
Mint supplies are limited. Act fast. 1 mint per customer.
En somme, y a qu'avec les oreilles que tu fais rien.
I think we've got time to sneak in another gentleman call.
I'll take one more call and then I've got to go, Roger.
You've got to.
I got to do. I'm a busy guy.
You've got to hit the road.
Yeah, I'll give out one more bit of advice and then I'm out of here.
That sounds fair. So, how's that sound, sir? Are you ready? Are you up for it?
Yeah. Listen to this real quickly.
Okay.
We're good. Oh, go ahead, sir.
We're listening. Go.
I'm sorry. An experiment needs to be performed in outer space.
It does. Yeah. Okay. Well, what kind of experiment?
Using spheres, where
spheres.
One would be hot, one would be cold, one would be cold, and the other hot, and
cold, hot.
One would be cold, hot, and one would be hot, cold.
Roger, write this down. Write it down.
One would be cold, hot. One would be hot, cold, cold, hot, cold,
yeah.
Cold.
So hot and cold. It makes warm. Warm.
And these would attract each other in different ways, proving this to be true.
That proves it, huh?
Yeah, it does.
What exactly does it prove?
See, this is the crux of it.
Okay.
C2 equals E divided by MC2, and then E equals C2 divided by M.
Okay, so wait, if I'm not mistaken, E equals energy and M equals mass.
No.
What do you mean?
Wrong.
What do you mean wrong? E equals energy and M equals mass. That's what it's always meant.
No, that's not it.
Then what is it?
It's magnetism.
M equals magnetism.
Yeah, it does.
Are you sure about that? Because I don't think.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact,
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one, and frankly, I think that what you're suggesting is a little bit out of line, sir.
Oh, hold that now.
I'm pretty sure that M equals mass and E equals energy. And if you're going to go changing around what the symbols are for your little theories, then the whole thing just falls apart.
No. Magnetism is due to energy structure that would be the basis of that.
Really? How do you figure that?
There's a question that describes this.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's hear it then.
Okay, let's go through it real quick.
Okay. Shoot.
Can gravity be created or destroyed?
I'm going to say no.
That's true. Okay. Question two.
Damn, I got that one wrong. I was going to say true. I need a pencil with an eraser, Roger. Something I can erase with.
I thought there was just going to be the one question. You said there's a question that answers this, and now you're saying there's a second one?
Yeah, you said there was only the one question. If you go, first you go changing the symbols around, okay? And now you're lying about the number of questions. What's that about?
Question two. Is energy required to perform in outer space?
Energy to perform what?
You have to have that. Okay. Question four.
Now I'm completely lost. I don't have any idea.
What is it? Wait, we've jumped from 2 to 4. Is there a question 3?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Do we need to go in sequence, or I don't understand?
Wait, hold on a second. What did you say M was again? Magnesium?
No, magnetism.
That's right. Hey, listen, Chief. Listen, I got to tell you, your ideas are pretty out there. And I'm thinking this might be a little bit too advanced for our listeners. I don't think Joe Sixpack is going to have any idea what you're talking about.
No, he wouldn't.
Don't you think you'd have a better luck if you had people understanding what your theories are?
Yes.
Okay, well, I want you to go ahead and start at the beginning.
Super.
Okay.
All right.
See, magnetism is due to the rotation of gravity and energy in spheres.
Okay, now right off the bat, you're losing everybody that's listening.
Okay.
All right. Now let me help. What he's saying is that magnesium will react with spheres.
No.
What? Okay, you know what? I got an idea. We're going to implement the 10-second rule here.
The what?
10-second rule. You never heard of the 10-second rule?
Have we always had this?
Well, I've always had it. I don't recall if I've ever used it in your presence. The 10-second rule is we're going to give you 10 seconds to explain your idea, and you've got to get the idea across in 10 seconds. And if you're not able to do that, then we're just going to have to move on. All right? So go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What this is saying is that if you increase the gravitational field, your gravitational field decreases the gravitational field. And what this says that
are we at 10 yet, Roger?
To increase gravity.
What? I'm sorry.
Are we at 10 seconds yet?
It has to have
I don't have the timer. I don't have a timer.
You were supposed to be timing. It's a 10-second rule, Roger.
Okay.
That's
1
where it
Mississippi,
came up.
2 Mississippi,
as far as I'm concerned.
3 Mississippi,
anyway,
4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
Wait, hold on. That had to be at least 10 seconds. Sir, get to your point.
C2 equals E divided by MC2, and then E equals C2 divided by gravitational field.
Okay, listen. We don't understand.
No.
So I don't think the listeners are going to understand.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let you go too.
Okay.
All right, and do me a favor and don't ever call back about that thing ever again.
Okay.
All right, thanks for calling.
It's a little rough around the edges.
I don't understand what it was he wanted from me. Was he was looking for magnesium spheres? I don't got any of them.
I don't understand.
Try going to Menards. Maybe they got some down there, but I certainly don't have any.
Boy, if they don't have it at Menards, you're not going to need it.
That's their slogan.
Something like that. Yeah. Isn't that what it is? If we don't have it, you don't need it?
I don't know.
It's something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, his ideas are a little rough around the edges. I think at the core there might be something there, but he's just not quite. Well, it's troubling. It's troubling when
it's like a half-baked waffle is what it is. It's a half-baked waffle. You know, it's still kind of gummy inside.
Yeah, those are never.
Yeah, and the outside of it is not brown or crispy. It's just sort of.
And then a lot of times they stick too if they're half baked.
Oh yeah.
They stick to the iron.
And if you just would have given it a few more minutes, it would have crisped up and it would have come off just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you got an undone waffle sitting there.
People get impatient.
Well, I can't say as I blame them. I love my waffles, Roger. What was that thing you were doing during the call? That thing with the Mississippi thing. What was that?
Well, I was counting the seconds since we didn't have a timer. I was counting.
No, you weren't. You were counting Mississippi.
Well,
there's only one Mississippi, Roger. There's only one of them.
Right, and so to simulate like a seconds going off, I was saying 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
You're not following me. I'm saying there's only one Mississippi, and you're counting a bunch of Mississippis. There's only one. If you're going to do that, you need to count something that there's 10 of, like count like toes or.
I see.
Oh, you know what? You count the bolts, the mounting bolts on a Wankel rotary engine.
Well,
because there's at least 10 there.
Okay, so I'd go, instead of 1 Mississippi, I'd go 1...
mounting bolt for a Wankel rotary engine.
Okay, 1 mounting bolt for a Wankel rotary engine.
Yeah.
2 mounting bolt for a Wankel rotary engine.
Yeah, that's it.
3 Wankel bolts for a mounted rotary motor. What? 3 mounting
that's 10. Right there. That's 10 seconds.
I didn't get to 10, though. I didn't...
Well...
I only got to three Wankel.
We're going to have to practice this off air,
Wankel.
I think. I don't think this is the kind of thing you practice on air.
No, we should, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I don't have to
Next time we implement the 10-second rule, we're going to have some sort of method of controlling the amount of time that elapses from the time the rule is implemented till the time that 10 seconds has elapsed. And if the person hasn't gotten the idea across, and you press the red button over there. The red one.
I don't think that button does anything. I don't think that does anything I don't think that button will do anything. I think that's just a...
Oh, well, push it.
This one?
Oh, I didn't know you had one of those. Mondo, I thought you were the only one who had that. Push it again. That's great.
You like that?
Do it again.
There you go.
Oh, man, that does not get old. That does not get old.
I think there's a timer in the studio, in the control room. Mondo, is there a timer in there? There is, right?
Yeah, we've always had one.
There you go.
Well, we could.
There you go.
Yeah,
Problem
I guess
solved.
we could do that. It's distracting to hear you counting all those Mississippis, Roger.
Yeah, I know. I should have.
When you did that, it just kind of took me out of the moment. I kind of lost it there.
I kind of froze and
sometimes,
I didn't really
Roger, you
panicked.
The thing is that you get distracted and you go off on these tangents. And when we're trying to do the show, it's difficult because I'm on one track and you are on a different track, and then you get all confused, and then you end up confusing me. And I can't imagine that the listeners are not confused when I'm confused and you are confused. I get distracted, and then you get distracted, and then that's what I'm saying.
Once
again, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I just said. If you were on the same page as me, we would have moved on. Do me a favor. Do the thing for me, real quick, and then I'm gonna have to scoot.
Oh, sure, yeah, no problem. Hey, folks, can't wait to see you down at Whiz Bangs. Corner of Phillips and Mountain downtown where the fun never ends and the parties never ending.
Yeah.
It's Whiz Bangs.
Yeah, the stage reconstruction should be done mid next week, we're hoping. So not to worry, things will be back to normal before you know it.
So it's no longer going to be a 4 banquet tables lined up side by side.
No, that was not as stable as you would think that it would be. It was unstable.
So you've had Rico and the boys construct a little.
You know those nail guns, those pneumatic guns. One of them.
Sure.
I got to get me one of those because he brought in one of them nail guns, and he would just. It is. I've always seen them, but I've never actually owned one because I never thought I had the need. But now that I've seen it in use close up, I could think of all kinds of uses for that. All kinds of uses for a nail gun.
They're dangerous, though. You got to be careful.
Putting that on my wish list. Write that down, Roger. Put it on my wish list right there. Right wish list at the top. And
on this, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to start a wish list right now?
I want to put a nail gun on my wish list.
There's not a wish list yet, but we're going to start one right here.
Yeah. Write it down.
Here. And you said
nail gun.
Nail
gun. Write it down.
Gun.
Yeah.
Is that what? That's 2 words, isn't it? Can you read that?
Well, no, it's upside down. What you write? Oh, no, wait, I see. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's good.
You want that, or you want me?
No,
to
you hold on to that. I'll be updating it periodically.
So you can just like text me or call me, or
you just hold on to it, and I'll tell you what else I want.
Right. Next time we get together, you'll add some things to it.
bigscast@gmail.com if you got any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Unless they're, keep your emails to under 10 seconds. We're going to implement the 10-second rule.
On emails? And send us your email questions, or you can also friend us on Facebook. Ask Mr. Biggs on Facebook.
Is that a verb? Is friend a verb?
It is on Facebook. They let it slide on Facebook.
They are very loose and loosey-goosey with the rules there on internet. I am amazed by the things that go past, the awkward spellings and the strange use of words. Very confusing.
It's a lot of things, a lot of strange videos, too. People doing things with their testicles and ice cream cones and...
Should we...
Piles of...
Roger, do me a favor.
Feces.
When you say those words, push the red button, because... Yeah, you that one. Because I don't think...
You just never seen so many testicles.
Hallelujah.
This program is continued on the other side of the cassette.